Hello everyone, my name is Rob Mayhew. I am founder of Dunning-Kruger Creative Studio. I am here at the airport en route flying into Nice on the way to the Cannes Lion Festival of Creativity, where I am going to be judging this year's social and influencer category, and also spending the week at the festival trying to get some new business for the agency. It's a priority, really excited about it. Right now I'm prioritising my buffet food that I've got, chicken and a pasta. And oh, hang on, who's this? Hi Jenny. Yep. Yeah, well, I'm at the airport. No, it's Wednesday. No, I'm not leaving on Sunday. Remember, I told you I'm judging, so I'm going earlier. Okay. Can you make sure Mark and Tara have those ideas ready for Liquid Death? Yeah, I think I expect from Monday I'd like those ideas because I could run into him at any time. Liquid Death. You know, I told you about this. It's the water. Yeah, really excited. Jenny was going to be coming with me actually, but because I've had to come to New York for a meeting, it's taken the red eye to Nice. So obviously I didn't want to do that in economy. So I upgraded myself to business, therefore had to repurpose the funds that was going to fly Jenny out. I think that works best. That way me and Jenny work better at a distance. We're like Bernie Taupin and Elton John, me being Elton John. So I was going to have a sleep because it's an overnight flight, but I've just noticed there's someone from VCCP on the flight, so I think I'm going to have to just pretend to have my laptop open so we look like a busy agency. It's frustrating, but it's what you have to do. Always look busy. You can't be the one sleeping on the flight, but they're working. Just landed in Nice. Good flight, 8 hours or whatever, slept for 5. Better message Jenny now, tell her I've landed. Make sure there's a cab here for me. Here we are, got my luggage. Hi Jenny. Yes, I'm just looking out of my window. Could you actually phone the front desk and ask them to move my room? I'd like to have a view of Spotify Beach, if that's all right. Or at the very least, Havas Cafe. At the minute, all I can see are shops and cars. So I've arrived. This is my hotel room at the Mondrian. Very nice, very happy with it. I've also got my Cannes Lion jury tote bag, which every jury member will get. So you get a nice little welcome message from Simon and Philip. Get a nice little personalised book to keep all your jury notes in, and who owes you what money, and my pass. So this is my Cannes Lion pass. This is a delegate's pass. It gives me full access to the festival. And look at this, nice little water bottle to keep my rosé in when I'm judging. Right, I'm about to head on out. As I said, I've got here a bit early. Today is Thursday. Most people arrive Sunday, Monday, but because I'm here to do some jurying, I had to arrive a bit early. It's actually quite a nice time to arrive because it's just full of tourists at this point. It's not full of Brits and Americans who are here to talk advertising. So I'm going to go and look at how all the builds are getting on along the beach front, and I'll show you some of the key places that are going to be fundamental in the enjoyment of Cannes over the next week. That there is the Carlton. Carlton is where you'll find lots of people coming after they've just won a Cannes Lion to celebrate, like Niels Leonard will be there with all of his Cannes Lions on Wednesday night, drinking rosé. That's also where TikTok are based for the week. Good for merch if you've got children. So that's one of the main centre points. That's one of the North Stars of Cannes. Now I'm going to take you to where most of the debauchery happens. So a short walk from the Carlton, about 500 metres, is the notorious Gutter Bar. This is destination sexual harassment. Over the years, many people have lost their jobs. Lots of litigation. Right now, actually looks quite respectful. It was actually here on one of these seats. It was about 3 a.m. I conceived the idea of Dunning-Kruger Creative Studio. I actually nearly thought about calling it Gutter, the agency, but Dunning-Kruger seemed better. It was there that I decided, you know what, I can do this. You can see lots of the things are being built. Everything's going up. So you've got Spotify, you've got Yahoo, you've got Amazon down at the port, you've got Brand Tech, you've got Pinterest. They've all got their own little beach areas. And then in the evening, a lot of these spaces have late night parties, none of which I've been invited to, but that won't stop me. Would I like an Arcade Fire ticket on the Wednesday, Thursday night? Yeah, I would. I would like to go and see Arcade Fire. Tyler's also performing. I saw it at TikTok last year. They've had Dua Lipa, they've had Kendrick Lamar over the years. Lots of amazing artists have performed on Spotify Beach. And I also wonder, who are these groups targeted at? I mean, what 50-year-old white man wants to go and watch Tyler? I'd like to go and see Tyler, but that's because I'm 44. And over here, you'll see Spotify Beach going up. I actually know the guy who runs the door here. And every year, he's like, no chance. He just sees me, says, no chance, mate. Maybe this year it'll be different. Maybe being that I'm a founder of an agency, I could pretend that I'm going to spend some money with Spotify and they might let me in. So here it is. This is the famous red carpet they use for the film festival. And then for a week of the year, they use it for people who work in advertising. This is where you'll go up in your tuxedo and your shoes without socks to see if you've won. And as a judge this year, it makes it very exciting that I get to choose who's going to win from the influencer and social category. So it'll be an exciting night when they hand that out. I'll be here. This is the Palais, and this is also where all the talks happen. Like TED Talks, but with people like Mark Ritson and Elon Musk. They're really good, actually. You need a delegate's pass to get in there. But as I said, my priority this week is to meet the founder of Liquid Death and pitch him some ideas. That's why I'm here. That's what's paying for the trip. The potential business we're going to get from Liquid Death. Fingers crossed, Mark and Tara will come up with some decent ideas so I can sell to him as he's walking from his talk, or I can maybe catch him when he's having a meal with his family. My opinion is the minute you're in Cannes, you're fair game. There's a casino just here. Last year I lost $4,000 in there with Rory Sutherland. He said that he had some amazing insights on blackjack. Absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. So just next to the Palais are all the yachts. A lot of people rent yachts for the week so they can do their business deals on it. I looked into it, but a bit pricey. There you go. I'm not quite Gary V yet. Vayner does have a yacht down there, which is always quite fun to go onto. Gary V and his father stay there for the week. So it is Friday night. I'm here at the judges' welcome drinks. It'd be nice to meet my fellow jury on social and influencer. Nice bunch. Eclectic mix of people from different countries, different agencies, some client side. But it's brilliant. The sun's gone in, so I'm not happy about that. So I'm meant to be mingling and making small talk with everyone. As you can see, that's going really well. Just walk around until someone stops and talks to me. Say hello to the fellow social and influencer jury.
I'm Louis, nice to meet you.
I wasn't
Cheers.
pitching it. Welcome to Cannes. So I'm joined here by the wonderful Simon. And what is your role at Cannes? What's your position now?
The CEO.
The CEO for the last 5 years. How do you get the most out of Cannes?
There's a lot going on in Cannes.
Yep.
There's a lot of people, there's a lot of opportunity, but the thing you can't neglect is seeing the work.
There's a lot to go and see though. There's a lot of like clashes. It's like Glastonbury, isn't it? It's a lot of like, what stage do I go and see? Do I go and see Ritson? Look, Elon Musk is here this
He
year.
is. He's coming along.
That's going to be a good one. He got his money in the end, didn't he? He did. You don't know, do you? Do you get to socialise?
Do you know what? I'd love to. I think some people think I'm out
Hobnobbing.
Exactly, hobnobbing. But no, we stay very close to the work.
And any tips for me over the next few days when I'm locked in this room? What's the lunch going to be like? Is it beige? Because I love beige food.
Do you like plain food?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, maybe a little bit of that.
Okay, good.
A bit more high end.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
And how many breaks do we get? It depends on the president of the...
Depends how efficient you are.
Oh, okay.
Depends how heated the discussions are in the jury room.
We're a big category, social and influencer, so we're going to be stuck in there for a while, I think. Well, look, Simon, thank you for inviting me to be on the jury.
Pleasure.
So, just left the hotel and we're heading to our first day of judging. I'm here with the crew. I think today is for shortlisting. So we're going to work out who could potentially make it through and win a lion. Apparently it's going to be very cold inside the room. Not very cold, but they've got branded blankets for us. So just more things for me to steal, to be honest. Lovely day, nice weather, but we're going to be stuck in a room all day. So watch this space. One thing I know about being here is that security on the doors for these things is quite tough. You can't be like, I'm an account director at WPP. They were like, I do not give a shit. You cannot come in if you do not have a wristband. It's like, no, but I know Amy who works in events at National Care. You cannot come in, you're a piece of shit. And I kind of like that. Really puts you in your place. Doesn't matter who you are if you don't have a wristband or a lanyard. Which one's this? Inkwell Beach. Don't know what Inkwell do, to be honest. They're always here, and I've been to their beachfront about 10 times, so. This is always fun. Pinterest always show up at Cannes. They always do some amazing activations. I actually joined Pinterest this year and put a little collection of my jumpers onto Pinterest, so if you can find me, that'd be good. I think I've got 2 followers. So they'll probably let me in with that sort of level of engagement. Here's Pinterest. You ready? Lots of colours, lots of fun. Good morning. It is Monday morning. It is our last day of judging. We went on till about 9:30 last night. We basically shortlisted on the first day, so you're getting rid of ones you don't think are worthy of the prize or worthy of a shortlist. And then you basically have to choose who should get a bronze. So that's anyone you think should get an award. And then today is the final day of judging where we're going to be awarding like silver, gold and a Grand Prix. So very exciting. I was in bed by like 10:30. I went to my crepe place, had a crepe, gave Jenny a call just to make sure everything was all right. It's a big week this week in the office, back home in London. But obviously, there's a huge opportunity. For me, for Dunning-Kruger Creative Studio this week, there's so many CMOs here. As a first year as an agency founder here, I'm really excited about meeting some of these CMOs. Obviously, you know, like Liquid Death is our North Star, but there's others. So yeah, really excited about all of that. Just, you know, want to keep a clear head, a clear mind, a clear motivation on how I'm going to get to Friday, bringing back some new business. So anyway, let's just focus on the judging and yeah, let's go. Hi Jenny, can you call the front desk and ask for a latte with oat milk? No, a flat white with oat milk. And can you see if they've got any Weetabix? And could they heat it up with sugar? Just bring the sugar. They don't need to add any. Oh, the snap party? Yeah, it was all right. I was Khalees and Honey Dijon, but I didn't hang around along for them. I just watched a DJ who actually reminded me of, you know, when you used to go to Topshop, Oxford Street, and there'd be a DJ there? Yeah, but it was good. Good morning. Yesterday was a big day. We finished judging at 7:30 at night. We started at 9 a.m. We got to choose our Grand Prix for social and influencer. That was a big responsibility, lots of fun. And then I went from there to go for a dinner with some clients. From the dinner, I went to the I went to the Carlton and met up with some friends from Neverland, and I met up with some friends. Cindy Gallop, that was nice. Some friends from Uncommon. You've got to see other agencies too, can't just all be about CMOs. From there, I went to the Snap Party, which I think I'm getting too old for. I was there from like 10:30, 11 till like 12:30, and no one had arrived yet. Palais wasn't there, Honey Dijon, no, nothing. So that was annoying. Right, everything's open now. Today is Tuesday, so anyway, speak to you in a bit. So I'm at Sport Beach, Stagwell. I'm kind of looking for some food, I'm not going to lie. Food, bit of coffee, you know, all the essentials. I tend to stay in these places I'd say about 6 minutes before I realise what is it I'm looking for. I have no idea where I'm going to see Liquid Death. I'll find it though, I'll find them. So I'm at Pinterest Beach. It's one of my favourite places in Cannes, actually. You got people making things. I never really know what's going on. Lots of arts and crafts. People are like designing socks. I mean, that's what Pinterest is about. Creativity and inspiration. So, very exciting. When you come into something like this, you sort of walk around, you suddenly realise, what am I doing here? And then you suddenly think, well, how long do I have to stay here before it seems weird to the security that you've just come in after queuing for 10 minutes? Rule number one is wear comfy shoes, and I'm not at all. I'm wearing my, God knows what, it's not comfy. So I've just come back into the Carlton to see what old TikTok are up to. They always have a nice little activation space in here. Always nice and big. Oh, look who it is. I'm here with Trevor and Francis. No one actually knows what they do at TikTok, but I've got a question for you both.
Yes.
Liquid Death.
Oh, I love it.
If you were to...
Alcohol brands, right?
Yeah. If you were to pitch to Liquid Death, what would be some of the ideas? Come on, off the top of your head. Like, how do I get... So this week I want to meet the founder of Liquid Death, and I want to, like, walk down the Croisette with him, give him some ideas, get signed, get an RFI, maybe an RFP. What do you... What kind of ideas do you think I should have? Float it down the Thames?
They should do something in like AR or AI, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely do some ads.
Yeah, great. Maybe we could sponsor funerals. Just focus on the death bit. Focus on the... Let's lean into the death bit. Just drop the liquid bit. Drop the liquid bit.
The official beverage of funerals. That'd be great, yeah.
Exactly. Why not?
Because everyone needs to be refreshed at a funeral.
Everyone needs...
And everyone does.
He does.
Yeah, everyone
does. It's a captive market.
Wakes. Let's own wakes.
Yeah.
I've just been telling Mr. Mark Ritson about my agency. We're not like other agencies, we're data-driven, customer-focused, creative. We're all these things, Dunning-Kruger Creative Studio. I was telling Mark that we're on a mission to find Liquid Death, the hot brand that everyone's talking about, and I'd love to know what I can do when I find the founder, what I can say to him that's going to make me sound intelligent.
So there's really only two things you need to do. Gary V. AI.
Okay.
Branded merch, okay? I think is insanely. Are you a fan? Exactly. See, right?
I'm in the queue at, you'll never guess where, but the Spotify party. It's about who you know here, and I know Ben. He's part of the family that pulled together that propeller group Cannes party. So if Ben can get me in, we have a new hero.
No guarantees, Rob.
No guarantees.
Every person for themselves.
Let's queue though. Let's queue to find out. Got into the Spotify party. Here we go. 3 years of wanting to get to a Spotify party. About time. So it's now 10 a.m. on Wednesday. I'm about to get out of bed. Tyler was performing at the Spotify party, and she was late getting on stage because she had an incident with a glue gun. I mean, you couldn't write that. So I got back about 1:30, and today is a big mission to go and find the founder of Liquid Death. I'm really excited about it. Got some good advice from Ritson and some other people, so I'm gonna hit the road, see if I can find Liquid Death, but first I'm gonna go back for a little nap. Another 30 minutes. So I've heard a rumour the Liquid Death guy is walking along the Croisette, so I'm gonna try and find him. Mark and Tara have not sent any ideas through. It's day 3, by the way. It's Wednesday. I mean, it's like my day 5, but I've looked everywhere for him today. I went to like 6 different panels to do with challenger brands, thinking he'd be there. Nothing. Jenny's been useless. I've got friends who know friends at Liquid Death and they don't know where he is. Guess I could check the Carlton. He might be in there. It's only a couple of days left of the festival, so I've got some killer ideas that I want to talk to him about, but we'll have to see. Let's have a look to see if he's down here. He might be. What's this? Inkwell. What the fuck is Inkwell? So that's a no. He's not here. So a couple of the ideas I'm thinking of running past him are maybe we change it for one of the months to Liquid Living. Collaborate, partnership with a sports thing, fitness, because it's water, hydration. Then maybe we can sponsor funerals, wakes. Maybe you could get urns that have branding on. That's a terrible idea. I think he'll like my energy. That's the most important thing. Dunning-Kruger Creative Studio is about energy. So I'm out here at the awards, about to be awarded. Very exciting. Let's have a little look what's going on. Look at that. Look at those awards. I could run up now and probably get about 2 or 3 awards in my bag. It's just like it.
Became the first Pakistani juror to ever vote on a piece of work from the coal mines. Thank you for joining me on this crazy ride. We saw tons and tons of amazing creative work.
So I'm joined right now with a master of the craft, a legend. Sir John Hegarty.
Thank you.
Who a lot of people think I worked at BBH. I didn't, but we always brushed over that. My question to you is...
We wouldn't hire him.
No, exactly. Hi,
We
my
took
wife.
one look and went, trousers like that, you're not gonna
you
get
can't
into
come in.
BBH.
Why haven't you used an iron, Robert?
Liquid Death, great graphics, great design, and you stimulate a conversation when you walk around with a can of Liquid Death. And it's a brilliant example of what you can do with branding and imagination.
Do you think they're almost like an entertainment brand now, aren't they? They can do whatever they want.
I think all brands are entertainment.
Yeah.
I think we're in a world where, and I say fashion and or entertainment, food you eat, clothes you wear obviously, where you go on holiday, restaurants you go to, the car you drive are all driven by fashion in a way. They are. And entertainment. So I want to be entertained. They forget that and then they produce boring stuff that nobody wants to talk about.
And do you find that a lot of brands want to follow culture, but they're not creating culture?
And I think if you try and follow fashion, you will fail.
Yeah.
Because by the time you caught up with it, it's moved on.
Yeah.
So the answer is don't try and follow fashion. Create something that you love, that is distinctive, that is daring, that has value in it. There's no point being different and not having value.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance you might create the next thing.
Amazing. Enjoy your can. Okay.
Great.
Always
Lovely
a
seeing you.
pleasure. So this is what happened in Cannes. Every so often it starts to rain and calamity happens. So look at that, everyone's under there.
You should let some of those people in at least. Can you hear all right over there? You hear us? Yeah? All right. We're singing this shit for you. Ready?
Hey Jenny. Yep, I was out till 3 a.m. Arcade Fire, The Chainsmokers, Justice. Can you find out in Cannes where's the best place to buy some new trousers? Okay, thank you. Last day today, well, my last day, it's Thursday. This is the big one, going all in today, all in on Liquid Death. I'm just not going to give up, never give up. Rory Sutherland once told me, don't give up, you piece of shit. And he was right. I've also got to talk to Liquid Death before my voice just completely lose it and tell him that we move at twice, maybe 3 times the speed of culture. So he should work with us. I'm going to go to McDonald's now. Come all the way to the south of France, go and have a burger and chips at McDonald's. I'm going to put a hat on so no one recognises me. So I am at Meta Beach. I want to give you just a sense of the things they have here. So we've got a pop-up cinema that has a little cinema on the beach that has like a little art film playing. We then have, it's my favourite thing in the world, you can get a WhatsApp ice cream. Do this here. At the minute being used by Unilever. See this pier? Last year they had a wall full of snacks. Now they don't have that this year. This is their snacks now. It's just Lay's crisps. Times are bad for Meta. They've got a Kit Kat still. So I'll have that. Meta Quest 3. They've got these creepy glasses. To be fair, I do want a pair. You can take photos of them. And then they've got a nice little stage area here. This is what every talk is called. Moving at the speed of culture at 12 p.m. So I'm at the TikTok party. It's probably one of the most fun parties every year in Cannes. It's a hard one to get into, but when you're an agency founder, it's easier. So that is it. I'm back at the hotel room after going to the TikTok party. No more new business. No more having to talk about the agency. Got the flight home tomorrow morning. It's been a successful Cannes. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being a judge. I didn't get a chance to pitch to Liquid Death. But I've got a lead. I met some people who might be able to hook me up with a meeting in the next few weeks. So, fingers crossed, we could be onto something. Did I need to come to Cannes to get that lead? No. Was it worth it? Yes. Yes, it was. Do I have a pile of expenses? Yeah. Gavin can do those, but it's been an incredible 7 days, and I feel energized. I mean, I feel tired, but just, you know, in terms of the agency, I feel energized. Remember last night at Cannes? Back in bed for 10:30, so that's a successful evening as well. Anyway, thanks so much for your support, for watching this. Hope you learned something. Hope you got some tips on how to navigate Cannes. Peace and love. Rob Mayhew, Dunning-Kruger Creative Studio. Out.